Can you tell us your name?
Richard E. Guzman,
Where were you born?
San Francisco, California.
And what's your ethnicity?
I'm a Filipino American.
Great. Can you tell us a little about yourself?
Uh, I was born to Cecilia Crisostomo, and my dad, Rafael de Guzman. And my dad he was born in Cavite, and my mom was born in Bulacan. Yeah, and so yeah, I was born and raised in San Francisco. I went to school in Daly City,
Right.
um, and South City, so the Bay Area.
Have you ever been to the Philippines?
No, never stepped foot there.
No.
Not one bit. I want to though. I want to, but
Want to
it's
go one day?
tough. Yeah,
Do you, does your parents want to go back, or
yeah, they do. Of course, yeah,
they
yeah.
haven't gone back either?
They have. My dad went 2 years ago. To me, just I never really had time and never really had the money. It's kind of hard. You know?
So it costs a lot of money.
Yeah, but I want to go. Like as being Filipino, and I want to go back to my homeland.
For sure. So, do you know anything about their lives, like their past life in the Philippines? Did they ever tell you something?
Yeah. Um.
Tell us
Well,
about it.
my dad, he had a rough childhood. He grew up rough. You know. And he came from a lot of brothers in his life. I don't know about him. I've never met him in my life. But he came to America with well, not with my mom, but after my mom came here and established herself in America. um, he he never went back though ever since.
So he
Yeah,
met your mom in the Philippines.
yeah, the Philippines. Yeah, that my mom worked in a store, and and he worked in a store. So and my mom, that yeah, Bulacan. She
Hmm.
came from a family of I don't even know how many kids that my grandparents had.
A
It's
lot of
like
kids.
a lot of kids.
Yeah, it's just like that.
So yeah, um,
What did she do over there?
she sewed.
She sewed.
She sewed too. Yeah, yeah,
So they both met over there, and she sewed, and your dad decided to come over here.
yeah.
Why?
Well, to just have a better life. We're they're my mom was born a citizen because my grandmother she was born in Hawaii
Ooh.
because uh, my grandfather Juanito Crisostomo, he was born. Um, I mean, he fought. He served in World War II. You know,
Oh, for real?
yeah, he fought against the Japanese.
Did you meet a lot about him? Did you meet him a lot, or?
Of course, yeah, he took care of me, babysitting me when my parents were working and stuff.
Nice.
I remember him. A lot of fear in the house though, because he was just military minded,
Yeah,
and
definitely.
that's how we were raised. That's how we were brought up,
Very
with the
military.
military mindset. They
Everything
had
has to be done
correctly.
correctly.
Yeah, you need permission to speak. If
Yeah.
he tells you don't speak.
Get up
But
early.
before he passed away, there was a lot of love, even though there was a lot of fear towards him.
Yeah,
'Cause
definitely.
ever since he left, the family separated. But anyways, like that's something else.
No, it's fine. That's
But
fine.
my
You can
mom,
keep talking about that.
yeah, but my mom, yeah, she uh, no, I don't want to get there, but yeah, she a lot of kids. Basically all women.
A woman.
The story was pretty. You should put this in there too. The story was he wanted um a son.
Hmm.
They kept
Your
on
grandpa.
having girls
For real.
till the eighth or ninth one was a boy.
Your dad.
Yeah, no, my grandfather. Yeah, my
Oh, for
grandfather.
real?
Yeah, Juanito Crisostomo
Wait,
to uh Sarita Miranda.
Zoraida Miranda.
Miranda, yeah, that sounds my grandmother's last
And they were both Filipino,
name. Yes, Filipino.
except for your grandmother was Hawaiian.
Maybe yeah. Well, she's Filipino, or I
Yeah.
don't know, Hawaiian maybe.
But she had
Hawaiian roots.
Hawaiian
She was born there.
citizenship kind of thing, right? That's what your
Yeah,
mom had.
Yeah, yeah. So we were
Cool.
all born with American citizenship because of her.
That's tight. So you guys were able to just come here with no problem.
Well, my mom came here with no problem, and that's why I came.
Oh, yeah, but you were
St.
born
Luke's
here.
Hospital, San Francisco, California.
Very nice. Do you know anything about how your parents' life was when they arrived?
Um, when they arrived,
Yeah, when they like you said your dad came first, right?
yeah,
So
my
how did it all happen?
no, my mom came first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so because she had the citizenship, she came first. She lived with her uncle and aunt. They were already here. They had a home, and everyone that came to the Philippines, that was the
That was
the place to stay.
so
All the family.
so they a lot of people came because of them. So then they
Yeah,
came first, and then they kept
yeah.
bringing more people, right? That's how
hmm
they.
Because Lolo, his name was Lolo.
It's called chain immigration,
Yeah,
family chain immigration.
yeah. He was the brother of my grandfather. He was here already.
But so they have a place to stay. That's why they're able
Yeah,
to come.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then once your parents settled, they brought other
hmm
people because they had a place, and
Well, yeah, yeah,
so
yeah. The
on and so
entire
forth.
family, the
Yeah,
entire bloodline of
everybody started
yeah,
coming.
yeah, pretty much.
That's how a lot of Filipino American, I mean Filipino migrated to America. Um,
Possible.
do you know if they suffered any like discrimination or anything like that when they got here? Did they ever tell you something like that?
Yeah.
They did a lot. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. My mom, especially. Hard being a beautiful woman in San Francisco, living in like Third and Army in that area.
it's very
It's like
very white.
tough, tough
Like,
neighborhood.
yeah, I bet.
Now it's Cesar Chavez.
Yeah. Now is it Chavez? That's
But
cool.
yeah,
Well, let me see. Um, change the subject a little bit. Let's talk about your native town. You said you were born in San Francisco, Daly City area, right? Okay. You've seen how Daly City has a lot of establishments with Tagalog on it.
Tagalog.
Yeah, Tagalog. Sorry. Okay. Does having any I mean establishments in Tagalog make you think Filipinos kind of miss their country or something, or do you think they want to
There's
establish?
always, I think there's always that love for the Philippines where they came from,
Mhm.
So of course, I think they miss it. I mean, but being in Daly City, it's pretty much home.
Right. Well,
Every house is
does anything in Daly City remind you of the Philippines?
you know, I could just imagine that it's Manila because they say that Daly City has the highest concentration of Filipinos outside of Manila, like in the United States. So
It's actually the highest percentage per city.
okay.
So the
So
Daly City is number one. They have 33% of the population in a city.
33. That's a
33%.
lot.
But the highest
Yeah.
concentration is in San Diego for some reason. But they're about well, like there's more Filipinos in San Diego,
hmm
but their percentage is not the highest there. I think the highest one is like Mexican, of course.
That's cool.
But yeah, the highest percentage population is Daly City. So that's why they call it Little Manila.
Or Sarah Manila, Ceremony.
I've never heard of that, but now I do. So, having Filipino parents, did you notice any sort of nostalgia from your parents when growing up here in the USA? Like,
Yeah.
did they ever like mention Philippines a lot, or say like this wasn't done that way over there?
Oh yeah, all the time. Yeah,
Can you
yeah.
tell us about that?
Food wise,
Really?
or like school wise. You wouldn't be in detention. They'll follow you.
Palo
You know
you?
what follow means?
Yeah, palo means stick in Spanish.
Stick or like
Does
on the
palo
butt,
mean?
like slapping, hitting.
Oh, really? That's what. Okay.
That's what
So
follow
palo
means.
in Tagalog,
Uh-huh.
it means
hmm
uh, hating.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Because palo in Spanish means stick, and essentially that's what they used to hit.
I'm learning Spanish, and he's learning Tagalog. So
Very nice. Cool. So what else like do you think that they showed like when when growing up that just
what was that?
I said what else do you think they showed when they were here that that represents
Oh,
some
what did they
sort of
show?
nostalgia like what else did they say
They
maybe
just cook food. Cook all the food from home. And they said this is
did
how
they
the
speak
food in the
just Tagalog they
Philippines.
never spoke English to you at all or
Always, they
really
always spoke to me in Tagalog, but I always responded back in English. So like if my mom would just cuss at me, when I used to do things bad,
Mhm.
she'll just say something in Tagalog and I'd know.
Really even
Like
like you
my
didn't understand
grandparents,
too much
yeah, yeah, like my my Lola, my grandma,
hmm
when she talks to me in Tagalog, so I understand,
for
but it's just hard for me to speak it. So hard.
yeah there's I think there's a like a language development when you're learning your native language. It's
Yeah.
hard to pick up the accent,
Yes, it is.
especially if you're not used to practicing
Being
it a
around
lot
it or
or
practicing it. Yeah,
really
see,
needing it.
that's what I regret. I should have learned.
That's cool. So, being a Filipino descent, do you ever feel like you were more Filipino than American or more American than Filipino?
That's a good question because I take great pride in being Filipino.
hmm
But I'm an American.
For
Like
real?
I'm one of those people that just I've never stepped foot in the Philippines. Now I want to. Like I've always been. Just the money was never right. The timing it just wasn't right.
Yeah, but like when
But
say like I don't know, you're in a room and they tell you Filipinos to the left, Americans to the right. Where do you go?
why you ask me that question in front of the camera? No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I just want to know. I think
American.
it's comfortable to know.
American.
Exactly. You're an American.
I'm an American.
That's good. I mean, it's good to have some sort of background, Filipino background
Mm.
and stuff. But you were born and
I
raised
was just
here.
never, yeah, I've never experienced the life out there, And I can just imagine that even throughout the hurricane right now, the typhoon,
No, I know. I heard. Man, that's it's
just
crazy.
watching it,
I don't even know if we
it
have
hurts
classes
me.
tomorrow.
I
That's
did my
crazy.
thing, I donated,
Yeah, yeah. That's crazy. So living in Delhi City must have had you grow a sense of comfortableness, meaning that you felt that you were surrounded with Filipino and Tagalog and stuff like that.
mm-hmm.
When do you go out of town, do you ever feel like you're missing that feeling? Like, do you ever feel like you're missing that Tagalogness? Because if you go to LA or even like I don't know somewhere north a little bit, like you're not gonna find that anymore at all. It's gonna be really hard, especially if you get
No,
outside of the Bay Area.
no, I haven't. Me?
Yeah,
I haven't. No, no, I haven't.
you don't, right?
Maybe because I'm from here,
Yeah, you're more like yeah from here. Do you think your parents do? Or did they ever show that they did, like at one point?
Miss the Tagalogness?
Well, yeah, I mean, how like they were born, like they came here
Not
and
really.
they established here.
What I think is, well, it's different because my mom, yeah, she always watched TFC, the Filipino Music
Yeah.
Channel, all that stuff. She never watched one American TV show. I've never really seen her, watch one.
hmm
But my dad, he was immersed into trying to, be American. He knows more English than my mother.
So okay,
So,
yeah.
um, no, I haven't seen it with my dad, but with my mom, yeah, all the time. She's the one that cooks the Filipino food.
Really?
My dad cooks the American food,
For real?
Italian food,
That's tight.
you know. So,
Very nice. Do you ever feel that Filipinos in Daly City have been to the Philippines feel more comfortable here than any other city?
say again, I'm sorry.
Do you think that Filipinos in Daly City that have been to the Philippines feel more comfortable here in Daly City than anywhere else?
I the Filipinos that I know, and even
That
other people that I know
that have been over there.
that have been over there, has told me that it was a life changing experience for them because they took everything that was here in America, they took for granted. You know,
Yeah.
and going there, I seen Don, my friend Don San Pedro. Um, he's a cousin of the. Well, anyways, sorry. Well, he went there, and he had a rough childhood too. From here, I grew up with him. And he went over there. He came back home. He's changed, and he's just living the legit life.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's a lot different, right?
Different.
It's
'Cause it's just
yeah, it's very 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 different world. Going to a third world country
yeah.
because you're right now you're in a first world country. Everything is very fast, very acquirable. Over there, not everybody has the chance or has been able to see what you have, and it's just completely mind blowing seeing how many people are, I don't want to say ignorant about stuff, but at the same time they just haven't had the chance, or haven't been as lucky as us.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So to finish this interview, for you, what does it mean being a Filipino or a Filipino American?
What it means being Filipino.
Like first, tell me what you think that means for your dad, and then tell me what you think it feels for you because you're a Filipino American.
Well, I like that question because
I know there's a difference.
as being a Filipino, being a Filipino American, actually Filipino American, I should say. That's what I was thinking. My parents came here because they want a good life for their children. And as I got older, I realized that how much I work. My dad worked more. They both worked two jobs because they separated when I was young. So I seen them work two jobs, grueling jobs. And I know they wanted to make a good life for me. So what it means being American is living the American dream, and my dream is to be successful. In my life.
So for you being an American, it's being able to enjoy what your parents wanted essentially, which is a better life for you, and
Better
being
life
able
for us,
to
yes.
let's call it exploit it to the max, right? But what do you think it means to be a Filipino? Because when somebody sees you, they think that you're Filipino. Of course, they think you're American too, but they relate you more to being a Filipino, right? So for you or for your dad, maybe what do you think it means, just like being a Filipino, or you know what I mean?
To my dad?
Yeah, because he told you a lot about the Philippines when you were growing up. I'm assuming.
You know, he just didn't want. He just wanted me to have a good life, and he just wanted to have a good life, and to him being Filipino is just doing right here, and being grateful for the opportunity given to us, to the family, which is by the U.S. government, giving us citizenship, and just to work, work and be successful in the American dream. That's what I think. Like,
Nice.
I don't know if I'm.
No, I mean that's perfect because you're describing your situation and what your dad wanted for you in order to move here.
Yeah.
Like his goal.
Yeah, cause
his goal in life was to move here for you. Or not for you, specifically, but like for his, for his children when he was gonna have them, right?
Yeah.
He moved here for that reason, to become successful and have his legacy be successful. Cool.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share with us?
Yeah. I think is if they never came, if they never came here, and I was born there, and I stayed there, that could have been me.
You would have been different.
No, like my in the typhoon, I could have been there. You know what I'm saying? So after all this stuff that's going on, honestly, yeah, it's opened up my eyes a little bit more.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Go Manny Pacquiao. Um, hope you do well in your next fight. And who else? Eric Spoelstra. I hope you're proud to be Filipino. Nonito Donaire as well. All those people. Bruno Mars. I am proud to be Filipino. But yes, I don't want to put him on blast, but yeah, my friend.